The fans have mixed feelings today. They're nervous, they're confident, they're excited, but above all else, they're having so much fun. At the top of the board meeting, the members pushed to move public comment after some of those agenda items. They said moving the agenda around would allow for the public to make more informed statements on what was being presented tonight. Although those projects are huge undertakings and won't be completed for a few years, Mayor Stothert says some of those benefits will actually be seen more immediately. I'm here at Walnut Creek, where police say that they're focusing their efforts today. Now, entrances to the park are blocked off as they search the area. I'm here at Heartland Farms, and as you can see behind me, the fire caused significant damage. The fire was also a deadly one. After searching for much of the morning, officials have confirmed one person is dead and 9 horses were also killed. I just went inside minutes ago, and management tells me once they're out of food, that's it. They're closing their doors. And from the looks of it, it's not going to last much longer. So many people have been here just since I got here about 40 minutes ago. So if you're wanting some fish from Joe Test's place before it closes, you might want to come down as soon as possible. Now that the city council has the budget, they'll spend a few weeks reviewing it and make any changes if they deem necessary. The budget will go back and forth between the city council and the mayor before she ultimately signs it. In the past few years, the sport has grown, even attracting those who have never thrown a stone. While the game lets them break away from their hard jobs, it's also for a good cause. They serve about 400 to 500 people every Friday during these fish fries, and 400, 500 people, that's a lot of prep, a lot of fish, and a lot of cooking. So John joins us now. John is the president of the Cultural Society. John, tell me a little bit about the work that goes into these. Since then, they have seen a steady decrease. The week ending September 12th, 20 cases, then 19. The week ending the 26th, 14 cases, and last week, October 3rd, 10 cases. School officials believe the decrease is because of the mask mandate. Right now, survivors have until the age of 33 to report abuse, but according to advocates, 52 is the average age in which survivors usually come forward, long after the statute of limitations has expired. Well, the City of Omaha's climate action plan is still in its very early stages. Large companies like OPPD are making sure they're doing their part. Schools and signs don't keep drivers from speeding in Melissa Rowland's neighborhood.
It's frustrating because I have small children, and sometimes my oldest rides his bike to school, and it makes me nervous sometimes.
Speeding and distracted drivers are a concern all over the metro. Wednesday, 3 News Now received this video of a vehicle narrowly missing 2 girls trying to cross the street. Advocates say drivers need to be more aware.
People need to pay attention while they're driving. It's not distraction. You have to focus on what you're doing. The car is a heavy piece of equipment.
Person on a cellular device, if they're, if they see something that they're trying to stop or slow down for, that their reaction time is that of somebody 0.09 under the influence. So even though they haven't taken a drop of alcohol.
So far this year, there have been 10 pedestrian fatalities in Nebraska, and numerous cyclists have been hurt.
Every one of those people, they're not statistics. They're human beings who are loved, and they'll continue to be loved by their family members.
Wednesday, Bellevue Bicycle Club participated in the Ride of Silence, honoring those hurt or killed in a car bicycle crash. As a parent, Rowland fears something like that could happen to her own kids.
My kids don't play outside in the front yard by themselves. We always have to have somebody out here, and then our house has been hit by a car a couple years ago. Residents say many drivers run this stop sign right here. They add 2 more stop signs, making it a 3-way stop here and here would make them feel safer. It would be nice if a traffic study was done. Until then, Rowland makes sure her kids are aware because drivers may not be. We really just, focus on making sure they're aware of their surroundings and to pay attention and to not just assume that a car's going to stop. Because they don't always.
Cyclists, you need to make sure that you've got bright clothes on, you have flashing lights.
Reporting in Omaha, Alyssa Curtis, 3 News Now. The Platte River is the lifeline for the state of Nebraska, according to the Papio Missouri River NRD. The lower Platte Basin provides about 71% of the state's drinking water. Eastern Nebraska hasn't seen much rain or snow. and overall temperatures are expected to continue above normal.
If we start getting longer spells of dryness and high heat, that things are going to start getting more severe, and we don't want to get into the situation where we're restricting people on the amount of water they can use.
Usually during spring of the year with good water levels, many sandbars like these are actually underwater. And you can see even with some recent heavy rain, the water levels are still pretty low. A group of local natural resource districts, the Lincoln Water System, MUD, and the Nebraska Department of Natural Resources has created the Lower Platte River Consortium.
We have basically a playbook that if things continue to get worse, there's steps that we can implement to help mitigate the drought. Now, you can't mitigate 100%, but if we get into a prolonged period, it could be months, could be years.
Water is a finite resource, and experts say doing little things can go a long way. Start with your lawn, which likely doesn't need as much water as you think.
Our general recommendation is to not use an automatic system on the automatic setting. Simply set it when you need it, and you can probably get by for the most part.
Also use regional plants that are used to the Nebraska climate.
Planting with natives and regional plants is the number one. Mulch is a great one. It helps keep soil moisture levels in. And when you water, time of day you water, early morning is good. Watering in the heat of the day, you're not doing the plants as much. We really try to get all our watering done before noon.
The consortium says we're not in a dire situation yet, but if we don't do anything, we could get there. Reporting in Louisville, Alyssa Curtis, 3 News Now. And amid the tears, there's also outrage in Uvalde, Texas, after law enforcement admitted to mistakes in responding to the school massacre that left 19 children and 2 teachers dead. Parents are being warned about the threat of sextortion of minors. Young boys are being coerced to send sexually explicit messages. Perpetrators then threaten to post them unless they're sent money. Today, the Iowa Supreme Court made history by reversing its own ruling from 2018 that found the state's constitution guaranteed a right to abortion. This new court ruling lowers the protection that Iowa women have when it comes to getting an abortion, but it does not make abortion illegal in Iowa. 1 person is dead after a barricade situation this afternoon. Police have been on the scene for hours today, and tonight we've learned the scene is secure. Who doesn't remember their first bicycle? For many families, the process of learning to ride it creates unforgettable memories, but for some, financial challenges make it difficult to make those memories, but that's changing thanks to some helpful Omaha firefighters. In Nebraska and Iowa, the price of gas is nearly $4.50. 3 News Now reporter Isabella Basco talks to those in fuel-dependent jobs eager for a break.